Hello, beautiful, and welcome to Mondays with me, More Yelvington of More Transform Your Reality, where I help you step out of trauma and reclaim your power. If this is the first time you're seeing me live, welcome to my world. I've been doing this work for 17 years now, helping women all over the world get over their past and really tune into their body and their true essence and connect to who they truly are by releasing the shame. And so I had this big shift this weekend after Thanksgiving and being around family. I was doing this whole program about turning your triggers into gratefulness and really switching how we are looking at our past experiences. And I'm kind of diving right in, but I want to backtrack a little bit because I feel like there's so much I want to say today and so much it's coming up for me, and I'm really excited. I'm excited because I feel like ever since I've transitioned my business into the online space, I've been kind of beating around the bush with my messaging, and I've been kind of hiding behind the big idea of what I came here to do. See, when I started doing healing work with women, like I said, it was about 17 years ago, the message I got was that I need to help women heal their powerhouse and overcome sexual trauma, and that my mission on this planet is to eradicate sexual abuse. Now, I know when you look at it as a big picture, I'm like, whoa, that's a big context, right? That's a really big goal. And it's not really about how that's going to happen or how that's going to occur. What I realized was that I had a lot of shame about talking about this subject because this subject is so shameful. And so when I was downloaded this weekend with all this information to share with you and to bring forth into our planet, into our world, into our bodies, into our minds, to really start transforming. And the download I got was, you can't eradicate sexual abuse if you don't talk about sexual abuse. That was a very clear message. And so if you've been following me for a while now, you'll see that I've been going myself through this phase of, okay, let's talk about anxiety, let's talk about forgiveness, let's talk about trauma, right? But not really pinpointing what I work with women on. And so today I'm pinpointing it for you. I'm putting it out there on social media. Today is the day where I'm going to start talking about sexual abuse and sexual shame and sexual trauma, because the shame factor of this is what is controlling our reality. It's what's controlling so many populations around the world. It's what's controlling women and men. And the more we dive into this and the more we dissect it and the more we talk about it, the more we can heal and clear. Because what I realized the most was the shame factor. There is so much shame around this subject when really we're talking about victims. And why is it that victims feel the shame, not the abusers? The abusers take away the power and leave the victim in shame. And if you keep following along and sticking to this journey with me, you'll see that when I start talking about it, I've realized that there's so many different forms of sexual abuse. It's not really only the physical, but there's the mental and the emotional. And so much of that has been, I feel like, really holding our human experience, holding it so tightly. I want to say holding it like by the balls, right? It's like holding it so tightly and preventing us from moving forward and stepping into our power because we have so much shame around it. And yes, it's definitely breaking hearts. And what I really want to portray with this is that we together are going to make a stop to this. Because when we put so much shame on sexuality and being in our sexual energy and being in a sexual trauma and being in a sexual power, not trauma, right? It's so much harder to heal it because we don't share about it. We don't talk about it. We hide it. We hide it from ourselves. We hide it from our body. We hide it and we don't connect to it. But the fact is, we live in a world that 1 out of 3 women, and I think it's 1 out of 6 men, have experienced some sort of sexual abuse, sexual trauma, sexual shame. And how much of these paradigms and these expectations of, what you should be or do as a man, what you should be and do as a woman, right? How much of that is coming up? And I think because of this right now, because of the imbalance, because of the shame, so many people are feeling so lost, even in their own bodies. So what would it take for us to start really healing and clearing this? I'm talking to the people that are so ready. The people that have experienced, the trauma, they've experienced the shame, they've been carrying it with them on their body for so many years. And I'm telling you so many years because I work with some women, that they experienced this kind of abuse when they were young, 13, 12, and carrying that shame into their marriages, not even sharing with their husband because they're so ashamed of what they went through, even though they're a victim, even though they weren't at fault. So the more we can heal and clear this, I work with women that are in their 60s and 70s, and they completely, erased the experience from their mind and shoved it down so deep that it was creating so much discomfort in their body, and it was creating so much pain in their body. And when they come for me for back pain, for leg pain, because they can't move, and we start releasing stuff, and we find the stuff that we're hiding from ourselves and releasing it, and the awareness that they get of the experiences that they had, it is so powerful to see the transformation, right? It's when you're so ready to let go of that stuff, and when you're so done carrying it with you, and you're ready to release it from every ounce of your being and your body. Because this is what happens when somebody abuses you, especially if it's physical, but also energetical, just any kind of, abuse, right? It affects your body, and you're holding on to it. Your body holds on to the trauma. Your body holds on to the emotions. Your body holds on, and it creates upon it. And so then you're triggered, but you don't know why you're triggered. And then you have anxiety, and then you have depression, and then you have insomnia, and it's coming up and it's consuming you, and you're not even aware of why it's happening. And so if you are so ready to let go of this and start healing it from the inside and releasing it from your body, I am here to support you on that journey. I'm here to be with you every step of the way. I am so excited for this. This is my life's work. I know what I'm here to do, and I know that I can't do it alone. So I'm looking for the leaders, the people that are ready to step into their power and really, start shifting the reality that we're in. Start shifting this unbalance that we have. Start bringing in the feminine vibration, the feminine energy that we've been, that we eradicated for so many years. So if you follow along my journey, I'll be dripping kind of information about my next program, and it's all about really healing that stuff, releasing it from the body, clearing it so you can step into your power and start empowering the people around you, and start, shifting your life and start activating and creating what you truly desire from a healed place. So follow along this week. We're going to be dropping some more information. I don't want to share too much because it's really been building for a very long time, and I want it to be the right timing. It's like divine timing. But if you've been listening to this live, I want to thank you. I'm so grateful for you, and I'm so honored for you for being here, for taking the time and listening. And I'm so excited to see what we can create together and how we can shift our reality so we can all feel good and safe and empowered in our own bodies and our own beings. So we don't have to try to be somebody that we're not. So we don't have to overcompensate because society is telling us to, so we don't have to extend ourselves, so we can really feel comfortable and safe and secure in our body. So have a wonderful week. It is Monday. I'm so excited for what's to come from all of this. And I'm excited to see where this journey takes you. So if this was a contribution, please share, tag me so I can thank you, and so other people can also see. And I will see you on Friday. We have the Desire More show, where I bring people live to be facilitated about specific things that they desire right now. So if you or somebody you know might be interested in that, please just reach out and we'll add you to the list of guests to come on live with me, and we get to facilitate. And I love it so much because you really get to see what are your blocks that are holding you back. So I think there's a link somewhere in my bio where you can register for that, or just DM me and I will give you the information. And I'm just excited to see what's going on. So have a wonderful week. I'll see you next week. Bye.